Kevin Navity, and you may have seen my last video about how to get rid of a broken toilet. Well, this is the second part to it, and you may be wondering what happened with the competition after I submitted the broken toilet. Well, I submitted the broken toilet. The next day, I get this email around 4 o'clock, and I'm at work, and they're like, "Thank you for submitting for this competition. Your artwork has been rejected. You have until 4:30 to pick it up today." Well, I'm at work. I didn't have time to go pick it up. I don't want to go pick it up anyways. So I didn't pick it up. And Monday rolls around, and they send another email out. We've extended the pickup date. They actually extended the pickup date just for me. I felt so special. I was like, this is awesome. I didn't go pick it up. 2 weeks roll around, and I get a phone call from this anonymous number. Well, I generally try to answer all phone calls, even from anonymous, because big networks, when they call you, they call from anonymous, which isn't very convenient for me, but I pick it up anyways. Lady answers, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Sarah from the Moral Union." And she's like, "Do you know why I'm calling you?" I was like, "No." I didn't know why she was calling me. And she's like, "Oh, we still have your toilet." And I was like, "Oh, could you just throw that away?" She's like, the dumpster's downstairs. And I was like, "Could you take it downstairs?" And she's like, "This is not my responsibility." And I was like, so what about that thing you made me sign?" And she's like, this is not my responsibility. I was like, so you mean it's property of Iowa State now? If you watch the other video, before I even submitted the toilet, I knew that they would make me sign a contract. And in this contract, it said that all artwork that doesn't get picked up becomes property of Iowa State. And that was like the whole point of submitting the toilet in the first place, to get rid of it. And so I was like, so I signed over rights to it to Iowa State when I signed that contract, saying it became property of Iowa State when I didn't pick it up. So it's property of Iowa State now, and she's like, "This is not my responsibility." And I was like, and then she goes on and she's like, "When you submitted this toilet, we thought it was artwork." And I was like, "Oh, it was artwork when I submitted it. It was artwork. Maybe this piece of artwork is just a little deeper than that, though. Maybe this is part of the artwork. Maybe the fact that I don't pick it up is part of the artwork." She didn't believe me. I wanted to tell her, go look online at the video that was uploaded last week. And then we argued for 15 minutes, and eventually it got to a point where she was like, "I'm not gonna get anywhere with you." And honestly, the week before, I was thinking, how great would it be to have that toilet, to set it up in a bar, stick a guy with a voodoo doll on it, and shoot a commercial with it. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be so awesome to have that toilet. I wish I had it right now. But so I was, after the 15 minutes of arguing, she's like, "I'm not gonna get anywhere with you." I was like, "Okay, I'll come pick it up." So I go to pick it up, and then I get in there and I find the toilet sitting next to somebody's desk, and somebody had the honor of sitting next to my toilet for a whole 2 weeks. I was like, dude, I should be paid royalties for this. I mean, dude, I should be getting royalties for that. I picked up the toilet, I took it home, I was going to do the whole GoDaddy commercial. That whole thing fell through because some of the people that were supposed to show up drank a little too much that night and didn't bother going, and I don't know if they got nervous or what. I was not so happy. But anyways, another thing came up later. I was taking this final course before graduation, on how to exhibit your artwork and all that stuff. And one of the requirements for the art class was that you had to submit a piece of artwork to the competition. And I was like, in all the past competitions I did at Iowa State, they never took me seriously at the art competition, so I'm not going to take this one seriously. And I really didn't want to submit anything in the first place. I actually submitted an animation that MTV was contacting me about in the past, and they just called it, "Oh, this is not artwork." So I figured, this might be a good opportunity to use the toilet again. And they were unable to reject this artwork because it was a requirement for the class to pass it. It was a pass or fail class. And I got it signed off that it was going to be in the art show. And I actually wrote an artist statement and gave it to them. They had a nice book that they made with everybody's artwork from the senior class. So everybody had these fancy, nice Prismacolor drawing, this clay sculpture, this ceramic pot that has nice voluminous curves and all that sort of stuff. And then it had my toilet. And that was great. And I gave them this artist statement. They kind of watered it down a bit, which I wasn't so happy about, but they got in there. It actually got displayed on a pedestal and everything. And one of the teachers I had in the past, we didn't get along very well. And he was saying, all artwork you should be able to interact with the artwork, and I was like, no, this might, no, we'll go ahead and stick this on the end of it. So I said, this piece of artwork is also interactive. You can sit on it. I invited people to sit on my toilet at the art show. I don't know if anyone sat on it. Probably, hopefully someone did. So it got on its nice little pedestal. It was awesome. Somebody didn't like my artist statement. They actually crumpled it up and threw it in the toilet. And I was even gladder about that. But that was a great time. And my toilet actually got exhibited in an art show at a college level. It was wonderful.